Okay, here we are. Today is training day 110, and I'm taking today as an active recovery day, um, which basically means I'm going to work all day on my feet, so not really resting. But no official training workout, uh, which I'm okay with. Um, After quite a good day yesterday, and a particularly good swim session. Um, So I have 100 days left till the Ironman. Um, Never thought I would say that and not have a tinge of fear behind it, but I don't, which is great. So, as we all know, swimming up and down, good and bad, um, but it's good. It's getting good. It's getting better. Um, so part of my training process program is I was looking ahead a couple of weeks and saw that I am supposed to do a Olympic distance triathlon as part of my training. So I went online and was looking around. There's nothing in Washington to do any open water swims. It's too cold. Found one a couple of hours away from my brother um, and sister-in-law in California, Northern California. Um, So renting a car, packing up the bike, and driving down to California in a couple weeks to do my first triathlon, first open water swim. Um, it's Olympic distance. It's 1,000 yards, 16-mile bike, 4-mile run. Pretty easy, I think. We'll see. Um, but I'm really excited. Wetsuit has been ordered. Should be here in a couple of days. Um, just sort of moving along here. So I swam last night, um, trying to do the math, um, getting in the pool and figuring out for myself. All right, so I have to get through the Olympic distance, 1,000 yards, but the pool's in meters. I'm not really good at doing the conversion in my head. Um, but I was like, oh well, you know what? I'll go 20 laps. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do 20 laps. 36 laps is a mile. Um, so I just kind of broke it up that way, and I knew it was going to be close. So after warm up announcements, the whole team is doing their drills in the pool. Um, Coach knows I'm training for a triathlon, so I don't really follow the program. I just kind of swim in my lane and do what I got to do, get it done. Um, so I did my own. Just was like, you know what? Okay, let's just go. 20 minutes, right? It's quarter to 8. 20 laps, sorry. So, non-stop, not a break, nothing. Um, so I'm going, and I'm going, and I'm swimming, right? 16, 17, 18 laps. Coach stops me, and I was like, wait, no, I have 2 more laps. I got really excited because I felt really good. And he's like, I want you, and he was like, how long have you been swimming for? And I looked at the clock, and it had been 20 minutes, which is pretty good for me. And he's like, all right, well, I want you to do 30 minutes nonstop, and I'm going to time your splits. I was like, I just did 20. You couldn't have told me that before. And we had a laugh. And he's like, no, go whenever you're ready. So I seriously had maybe a minute rest. Put my goggles back on, took a drink of water, and I went. I went, and I swam. And at this point, you know, swimming, turning my head, sometimes I can kind of catch a glimpse of the clock. After a couple laps, and it's usually around the time that I kind of clear my goggles. I take a little like break, 30 seconds, and um, I can catch a glimpse of my time to see if I'm slowing down or speeding up or how long it's been. I had no clue at this point. Goggles are fogged. I can barely see the line in the pool. I almost hit the wall a few times. Um, but I just kept going. I kept going. At one point, got a cramp in my foot. I was like, okay, race day, things are going to happen. I got to keep going. So I kept swimming. And I just powered through. I didn't know how long I was swimming for. I wasn't counting. I was just staying focused, concentrating on my technique and my breath and just pulling up the strength to keep going. And I did. And then he stops me. Oh, no, actually. So at one point, I see his feet every time I go to the wall. I see his feet just waiting for him to stop, just waiting. And at one point, as I'm turning at the wall, I hear him say something, so I thought it was time. So I look up and he's like, no, keep going. I was like, oh, shit. So I turn around, do another lap, and then he stops me. I'm so close. So I did the one more lap, and it was about 35 minutes or so. Um, he timed all my splits, so he timed every 100 meters, so every 2 laps. And I averaged consistently 213 per 100 meters for 1400 meters. It wasn't like I started at like 2 minutes and by the end I slowed down. I think the last 400 meters I had like 217 splits. So I slowed down like by 5 seconds my last 4 laps. 4 laps? 8 laps. I don't know. The end. I can't do the math. But besides the point, was awesome for me. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I did a half hour, didn't stop, maintained my speed, maintained my form and my technique. I was just like that. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I just did this. I got 3 weeks till the Olympic distance in Angels Camp, and I'm good to go. Um, so I'm really kind of on top of the world right now. Just feeling really confident, feeling so much better after all the struggles, all the ups and downs. I'm like, okay, 3 weeks till my first race, 100 days till the big one. Um, and both coaches have said to me, when you showed up, first day, I think January 2nd was my first swim, and said, oh, I'm doing an Ironman, and I couldn't even do a lap. I was so out of breath. They were like, they told me, they were like, we didn't think it was going to happen. And now here we are, 110 days in, 4 months in, and I'm flying. Well, I shouldn't say I'm flying. For me, I'm flying. But I'm doing, making really good time, consistent half-hour swim, maintaining my stroke. Like, I just can't. It's awesome. Um, but yeah, they said you're gonna do it after from where I came from to where I am now. They're like, you're gonna be fine, which is really encouraging, which is really great. Um, Guys on the team have been really supportive and helpful, and I'm just really appreciative of the support. Um, on the flip side, I do all my runs and my biking. They've been indoors. It's now getting nice out, so I'm gonna hit the road. Um, but so I took my bike out for the first time. This is funny. Um, First time riding with uh, the cycle shoes, the clips. So you're clipped into the pedal. Um, so it's not just like I could take my feet on and off. they're in there. And so I took the bike out and I almost bit it 3 times. Going down my side street was fine. But once I got out into the main road, stopping at intersections and dealing with trying to get my foot out of the clip and then picking back up and starting, I almost bit it. I turned around, rode back home, got on the bus, and went to the gym to do my bike training. I was like, I can't do this right now. So, really sort of discouraging. Um, but I know that once I get onto a course with the clips, I don't have to stop. I can just keep going. Um, so I'm not super worried about it. But I do need to buy new pedals. In order to train until I can get to a course, um, or get to a trail where I'm not stopping at intersections, I'm not out on the street, I need regular pedals that we all grew up with. So I'm gonna buy those and change out the pedals. But could have been really disastrous. Could have been really was really frustrating. But I had to remember and make the adjustments and be like, well, this is still gonna happen. It's okay. Like, instead of how am I gonna do this? What am I gonna do? I have, all the things that come through my head or could have. I stopped it. I turned it around. And was like, okay, just gotta keep going, keep moving. Don't get bogged down with that. It's not a major setback. But it was quite funny. Almost. Anyway, and so that's how my training's coming. That's the update. Now, here's where you come in. The event, the Vineman committee has partnered with Cliff Bar and um, a company called TerraCycle. And what TerraCycle does is takes wrappers, uh, power bars, energy bars, granola bars, cereal bars, um, and because the wrapper is not recyclable, TerraCycle recycles them by creating products with them, such as tote bags and purses and things like that. So they've partnered with Vineman, and the person who turns in the most wrappers gets a chance to win, well, with the most, wins their entry fee back. Um, so if you eat any energy bar, granola bar, um, cereal bar, please save them. Please send them to me. Um, Email me. I'll give you my address. And yeah, I have people at the gym coming into class, bringing me 2, 3, a Ziploc bag full. 2 of my students, young girls, I thought they were college students at UW. Apparently, they're school teachers. Who knew? Well, they're having a fundraiser. They're, they came up to me after class a couple weeks ago. Said, "When do you need the wrappers by?" I said, "By July." I'm like, "Oh, because we're doing a fundraiser, and all the kids. There's a bag in all the classrooms, and they're saving all their bars." And I was taken aback. I was like, "Oh, fun for me!" Like I thought that was amazing. I was, so who knows how many I'll get from there, but that's awesome. And yeah, just people just really supportive and want me to do it. And um, so the only uh, rule is so all the bar wrappers have to have that silver lining inside. Where is this? Oh, here it is. We'll move back. As long as it has that aluminum lining inside, they accept them. So eat them up, save them, send them to me. I'd appreciate it. And it's for a good cause, not just my pocket, but they will be used and not thrown in the trash, and good for the environment. Um, so, anything else? Anything else I wanted to share with you? Great swim.